My name's Maxine Farkas. I live in Lowell. I've been here since 1997, so I guess I'm not a blow-in anymore. When I came to Lowell, there was the Brush Gallery and 13 studios. Jay Hungate had a studio on Willie Street, and that's the only studios that were open, that were there. Through interaction with the city, we were able to, find vacant storefronts to do shows in. We used to march in a parade. I mean, what artists march in parades? But we've gotten such tremendous support. Tom Golden was so instrumental in the beginning of Western Avenue Studios, and so if we had problems, I would call Tom. It's like, how does that happen? It's so Lowell that, and I don't think that people who grew up here realize that. It's always been, if you can come up with a good proposal, if you have a sound idea, and you can convince people that this is a good thing, you can make it happen. And that's what happened here at the senior center. Is when I said to Aurora, if you want to engage the artists, have a show. 11 years I curated the lobby gallery at Western Avenue Lofts, and then I didn't anymore. And now I have this space to curate. It's amazing. And, watching the arts community change. I mean, the All Gallery, when it first started, we were moving from vacant storefront to vacant storefront, and now they have a home. The Airlofts Gallery, one of the smallest galleries on the planet, but beautifully done. It's just, not a single one thing anymore, not just the brush. There's opportunity. There's tremendous opportunity. Even, it doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, Ellen and Frank at Curation 250 at Mill Number 5, they're doing amazing things. They're the only, and they are a commercial gallery. They're the only gallery in Lowell that's not a nonprofit. I've known Frank and Ellen for years because Frank had a studio at Western Ave. And it's a small, the arts community is people, we know each other. We work together. We, work to make things happen. This is the big G. These are mine. These three. Everybody can have 3 pieces, can submit 3 pieces. What I was trying to do here, because I'm starting a class in June called Quilting Basics, so I wanted to show one of my old quilts. So this one is called the Indigo Log Cabin, and it's all Japanese fabrics that I collected, and I did it in the early 90s, so it's been floating around for quite a while, but it's a non-traditional quilt with a giant wrinkle down the middle. But traditional quilts have repetitive patterning, and while this is a repetitive pattern of the same block, the way that I used color created what is kind of an angular landscape. This is more recent. This is about 2 or 3 years old, and it's a collage of images that were cut from old books that were going to be destroyed. Again, this is my idea of an urban landscape where I'm playing games with perspective. One of the first things that they always tell you in classes is, okay, when you're looking at the landscape, as it goes out away from you, everything gets smaller. And close up, everything is larger. So you have that, and that's exactly what I'm turning around in this, so that what's close up is small, and what's off in the distance is large. So I'm playing games. I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years. I enjoy it tremendously. I started a collage class here, and people just come in and work and talk about doing the work. And the last piece, this is kind of a transition. This is kind of a transition piece because when I was transitioning from quilt making to collage, I kind of did a stint where I was doing printmaking on fabric and then embellishing it. So it's a transition. I mean, my whole art career has been a transition. I think I found my home in the collage. I better have, because I've got 30 drawers of cutout images and I have to use them. This is a piece by Francisco Mendez-Diaz, who is at Western Avenue Lofts. He did it a number of years ago. It's kind of an adaptation of a Bosch. He's a real character. He's Cuban. He worked at the Museum of Fine Arts for many, many years doing community outreach for the Museum of Fine Arts. And he's a very accomplished painter. This wonderful rooster and the landscape and the lady are by Deb Jeffrey. And Deb takes classes and she's learning, and she's never shown her work really before. And that's one of the things that I'm really encouraging, is that it doesn't matter. Either you've been showing your work for 50 years or not at all, never. We want it all. We want to see what people can do. I'd say about 12 of the people who were in the show have never shown before. You have to understand that the generation that is producing this work, a lot of us were told we weren't creative. Or we were told that being creative was not a way to earn a living, and that we needed to earn a living or get married and raise kids. And so we might have done it in school, but then we stopped. And now these people are retired, and they're coming back to what they loved doing when they were in school.
What would you like young people to think about more often?
Making art. What do you expect? My name is Maxine Farkas, and I am the lead volunteer for the arts program. In other words, it's my baby.